The border officer looked at my passport, stamped it, and just like that, I had entered a place that felt strangely familiar. Not because I've been there before, but because it felt like walking into another layer of time. And with this, welcome to Tiraspol. Tiraspol is the capital of the Transnistrian Moldovan Republic, or PMR, a self-proclaimed republic in the east of Europe, internationally recognized as part of Moldova. To get to Tiraspol, I first traveled by plane to Chisinau in Moldova. From there, I took a small local bus, also called a marshrutka, towards the border. After around 2 hours, we arrived. We had a little accident on the way, but I think this is too much to be mentioned here. You cross the border, you get a little piece of paper for your entry, and then you simply continue. And suddenly, you're there in Tiraspol. I think one of the things I love most about traveling is being able to enter the everyday life of a place. To walk through a market like this and for a moment just be surrounded by the ordinary lives of other people. I don't need to know their stories. I just like feeling that life is happening around me. To see what they buy, what they eat, how they spend their day. I love these little glimpses into people's ordinary lives. Because somehow this is where I feel a place the most, not in the landmarks, but in these small and simple moments. And then, among all these ordinary moments, you suddenly come across something that feels almost unreal. A reminder that this place carries a history that is still very much part of its present, and also a reminder of where you are and where you traveled to. I kept noticing these contrasts, monuments that seemed to belong to another time, and right next to them, ordinary things. I even saw children playing around this monument, using it as their playground. It felt like the past wasn't standing apart from everyday life. It was more woven into it. Monuments and morning routines, memories and ordinary moments, all existing in the very same space. And as I continued my walk, I noticed even more. A school that was completely empty that day, but also a playground and a little game painted onto the ground. And yes, I had fun jumping around them myself, although I really hoped nobody saw me. But then again, that's what I kept seeing everywhere. Ordinary life continuing. And maybe that's what made the feeling of time here so strange. The past wasn't gone, but neither was the present. The city is often described as a kind of time capsule. And when I was there, I understood why people say that. But for me, it wasn't really the buildings or the monuments that created that feeling. It was something much more difficult to explain. It was more an atmosphere, an energy, something about the way the city felt. One of the things I noticed were the advertisement, or rather, the lack of them. There weren't huge commercial billboards everywhere. Instead, many of the posters I saw were connected to public holidays, local events, or the place itself. And I'm not here to make political assumptions about what I saw. I simply want to share what it felt like to be there. Because for me, it was a very unusual experience. I felt calm, somehow slowed down, and as I walked through the streets, I kept having these strange little moments where I imagined what this place might have looked and felt like 40 or something years ago. Not because I thought I had somehow traveled back in time, but because the present seemed to carry traces of other times with it. Maybe I came to Tiraspol to see the traces of other time. But in the end, what stayed with me was something much more timeless. It was the beauty of ordinary life. The little things that continue quietly, no matter how much the world around them changes. Over generations and years, in the past, in the present, and in the future as well.